everybody, listen up, okay? I consider myself an anybody but Biden voter for the Democratic primary. I will vote for anyone but Biden. Now, that's right, we're talking about the primary here, folks. Put your seatbelt on, okay? I know, this joke of a fucking system we have. Anyway, that said, I mean, who's the competition? We got RFK, who's like a QAnon fuckface, who doesn't believe in science. And we got Marianne Williamson, who, I'm not going to lie to you, okay? When she announced her campaign, I said I would vote for her. But I've been looking at her campaign, and it's like, she's shifting to the right, you know? Like, she starts off in one spot, and then she's shifting to the right to try to appeal to RFK Jr. voters, which to me is indicative that she has no idea what the fuck she's doing, right? Marianne is not really, I don't know, using her platform as a presidential primary opponent that effectively, right? So I'm just saying, I'm probably not going to vote for Marianne. You know, again, I was flirting with possibly doing it, but I'm telling you, I am a Gonzo the Great voter. That's right. You know, the guy from space. Yeah, legally can't become president, but we'll see about that. Gonzo the Great, everybody. So I just want to announce that real quick. But that's my opinion. Those are my biases. Now let's get into the topic at hand. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has endorsed, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Oh, so we have this clip from Pod Save America. Now, again, the reason why I'm covering this is because a bunch of people are saying AOC sold out. She sold out. So let's see. Does AOC sell out? We have 1 minute and 8 seconds here. Does AOC sell out? Let's watch.
So president's only primary opponents are Marianne Williamson and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Haven't been any rumors about anyone else even thinking about jumping in. Will you be supporting Joe Biden for re-election?
I believe given that field, yes. I think...
Now, we can go into more of our answer here, and I will in a moment. But I just want to say, her answer, and this is the reason why I wanted to cover this, because it's funny.
Election?
I believe given that field, yes.
Yo. I mean, again, she's just like, she's telling it how it is. Like, I'm open to voting for anyone but Biden, but really? I mean, Marianne and fucking RFK, that's the best you got? I mean, fucking really? You know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. So again, is AOC a sellout? On this one, I'm going to say no. Now, she might be a sellout. You know, we can have, that's a broader discussion. But I'm not going to lie to you, man. Like, I get it. I understand the idea. Vote for Marianne because she's the left-wing, like, avatar, whatever. You don't agree with everything she says. But it's like, I mean, I need more from Marianne. She needs to be doing more than this COVID denialistic, like, anti-science garbage pivot that she's been doing over the last couple weeks. I'm sorry, that's what had me dropped, right? And again, let's be honest here, right? No one's, like, Biden's gonna win that shit. Like, unless Biden dies, right? And that's a different situation. But unless Biden dies, he's gonna win that shit. And it's fucking sad. It's depressing. But also, think about it. The best we have, so Bernie 2020, right, is the peak of, like, left-wing electoralism in this country. And then 3 years later, the best we got out of that whole thing, all of that culminated in Marianne Williamson. I mean, I'm just like, I'm sorry. Like, now let's see what else she has to say.
I think he's done quite well, given the limitations that we have.
Now, I just want to say I don't agree. I don't agree with that at all. So, I'm just saying.
I do think that there are ebbs and flows, as there are in any presidency. You know, there are areas that I think were quite strong when he came right out of the gate with the American Rescue Plan. And of course, the Inflation Reduction Act was a massive step in terms of.
Now, I just got to be honest with you. AOC is talking some bullshit right now, man. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying, the idea that Joe Biden's doing shit on climate, like, I'm sorry. You know it's not real. You know she's lying. She knows she's lying. She knows that we know she's lying. That said, she's buttering up Biden. Why? Because there's no alternative. Now, I'm sorry, Marianne, like her or hate her, there's no alternative. Right? I'm just saying. There is no alternative to Joe Biden. So what is she going to do? Go out there and say, yeah, Joe Biden, I'll endorse him, but yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. Yeah, Joe Biden. Yeah, fuck you, Joe. What is she going to go on Pod Save America and say, yeah, Joe Biden, I'm endorsing you for fucking president, but fuck you. Like, she's not going to say that. Right? Why would she say that? Because there's no movement. Now, again, I need everyone to understand here, right? There is no left-wing movement in this country. There is none. It's gone. If it did exist, and I'm skeptical of whether or not it did exist or if it was an illusion, grand gaslighting campaign, right? But as of this moment, there is no left-wing movement. And if you want to pretend that Marianne Williamson is the avatar of, like, a dying corpse, right? Soon-to-be corpse, rotting away. You ever see Reanimator? Check it out. Anyway, if you're going to assume that if that's the left that we've got to deal with, I'm sorry, it's a big fat fail. Like, I'm just letting you know, right? So again, AOC, what is she gonna do? She's gonna go on Pod Save America and say the truth? No, she's not gonna do that. She's gonna butter up Biden. She's gonna fucking make liberals like her, right? She's gonna do that. Why? Because there is no left. There is no left. Why would she appeal to a group that doesn't exist? You know, I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm telling you what's real. I'm telling you the real world. Why would she go out there and virtue signal to a group that is non-existent, that has 0 voters, 0 like, I'm sorry. There is no such thing as the left anymore. There's just scattered individualistic groups that all do their own things and infight with each other, organizations that discriminate against disabled people, and then you have other organizations that do all this kind of stupid bullshit, right? Now, there are some individual organizations that are left-wing, absolutely, but as a collective electoral movement, it's not real. There is none, right? And that's just the world that we live in. So let's keep going.
Our climate agenda. But, you know, there are also areas that I think could have gone better. We have major structural issues in this country, and I think it starts with the United States Senate. And I think that until we have senators that are willing to stand up and stare the filibuster in the eye and stare a lot of structural issues about the Senate in the United States Senate.
So, okay, yeah, she's just trying to, like, now again, I'm not going to lie to you, okay? I get it. People hate this bitch. I like AOC. Hey, cancel me if you want. I'm sorry. I know. Fucking someone, okay. I like her, okay? I'm not gonna lie to her, to you. I mean, she does not watching my video, so, I mean, I couldn't lie to her. But I like her. I think she's okay, right? But this is the thing. I need you to understand. She is going on a liberal podcast, and she's appealing to a liberal base. So, of course, she's gonna fucking gaslight us on what Joe Biden has done. I'm just saying. Right? Now, from a philosophy perspective, from a I'm right, you're wrong perspective, yeah, she's saying a bunch of bullshit. Obviously. It's like, everything she said about Joe Biden is pretty much a fluffed up bullshit campaign. That said, right, she can either virtue signal to, you know, a block of voters that exists, or virtue signal to a bunch of people that are like a bunch of crybabies on the internet who don't vote, right? So I'm just saying, I'm being honest with you. Right? If I'm AOC and my options are appeal to do virtue signaling to a bunch of people who don't vote and then lose my election and then nothing happens and we're back to square 0, or appeal to the boomer libs and maybe gaslight a little bit just, you know, to fit in, because that's what liberals do. They love to gaslight. I don't know, man. I'm telling you. And again, this is the biggest part about it, okay?
I believe given that field, yes.
And that's the giveaway. I want you all to take away with this one, because, again, you're seeing a lot of these people, the AOC derangement syndrome industrial complex here on YouTube is running away with this one. But, again, given that field, and what is the field? What do we have? Marianne Williamson. Now, again, I just want to say, okay, if Marianne, I'm willing to vote for her if she does a good job in the campaign. Right now, I'm a Gonzo the Great voter. But if Marianne starts going back to the left instead of pivoting to this anti-science COVID denialistic garbage she's doing for RFK Jr. voters, which, again, no one's voting for RFK based on that. They're voting for him because of his name, right? You know, right? So I'm open to it. I'm not holding my hands out, right? But again, the biggest giveaway here is that there is no left-wing movement in this country, and there really is no left-wing candidate. And if you're going to tell me it's Marianne Williamson, I got a couple questions. And it's not about the spiritualism, woo-woo, wah-wah, wee-bah that the media talks about. Personally, I think that that's the coolest part of her, if you ask me. I think the spiritual, I don't even know what the fuck that means. I'm not going to lie. Like, you know, mainstream media, when they say the word spiritual in a country where 80% of people believe in Jesus, I don't know, man. It's a little strange. But, that's the coolest part of her. I'm not going to lie to you. That's the shit that I want. If she were to emphasize that, hey, I'm all in. Instead, she's pivoting to the right. So, hey, I'm just throwing that out there. Gonzo the Great 2024.